Alright, hey guys, so today a new Humble Bundle was released. This is Humble Bundle's Best of 2017 bundle, which, as the title implies, this is their favorite games that were bundled back in 2017. So all of these have been rebundled before, so if you purchase all the bundles of 2017, you probably already own all of these games, but there's still a lot of good stuff to be shown here, and if you don't purchase all the Humble Bundles, there's a lot of good games. So the first tier includes Five Nights at Freddy's, Sister's Location, Goat Simulator, and Hacknet. For just $1, you get all three of these games. The second tier, which is currently sitting at $5, includes Verdun, Sins of Solar Empire Rebellion, Death Road to Canada, and Turmoil. I would definitely recommend this, especially for Verdun, Turmoil. Actually, all of these games are really good. It really depends on your taste in like genres of indie games and so forth, but Turmoil is super addictive. Verdun is a really good like World War I multiplayer simulator, so if you're into like first-person shooters, it's really fun, and other games are good too. And then scrolling down, the third tier includes Dead by Daylight, but you have to pay $10, so for $5 more you get Dead by Daylight along with $2 of Humble Wallet credit if you are a Humble monthly subscriber. Also, I just want to mention that if you want to support me and this channel, you can use my referral link in the description below before you decide to buy the bundle. And then if you scroll all the way down to where you check out, you can choose where your money goes. And if you're using my referral link, my name will be here, and you can actually choose to support me however much you like. So if you want to send me the full amount, you can send me the full amount and you'll get the games. And I think that's pretty awesome. So yeah, you can choose to support me as little or as much as you like, or you can give the money to Humble Bundle or charity or the developers, whatever you see fit. So yeah, thanks to everyone who decides to support me through Humble Bundle. I think it's a really great thing that people can support this channel just by purchasing games through Humble Bundle. So along with this, I want to quickly mention that the Humble Monthly for this month is Dead Souls 3, or Dark Souls 3. Why did I say Dead Souls? Dark Souls 3. So if you guys are interested in Dark Souls 3, I encourage you guys to subscribe to the Humble Monthly. It's $12 a month, and you get a random loot crate of like 7 to 8 Steam games. And if you decide to subscribe now, you can instantly unlock Dark Souls 3 and can start playing that immediately. You can cancel your subscription at any time, and again, you can use my referral link in the description below if you guys want to help support me. If it's your first time subscribing to the Humble Monthly, make sure you use my referral link, and yeah, I'll be getting a little bit of your purchase. So yeah, it's basically $12 a month, and there's a bunch of great games, and you can unlock Dark Souls 3 now, and you'll get the rest of the games at the beginning of March. So this is for March Humble Monthly. I don't know, I'm misreading my words here. So this is March's Humble Monthly, but Dark Souls 3 early unlock, pretty awesome. And going back to this bundle, I'm just going to quickly say a few more things about the games. So Five Nights at Freddy's is a horror game. I'm sure most of you have probably already seen the previous installations of Five Nights at Freddy's. I think there's like 5 games now on Steam, which is pretty crazy, but it's about like these anamorphic type things. It reminds me a little bit of like Chuck E. Cheese, if any of you guys have been to that arcade place. But it's pretty creepy. I played the first one. I didn't really care too much about the gameplay, but this game like blew up in popularity. It's almost like a meme in the way it blew up in popularity at the time, but a lot of people seem to like it. Goat Simulator is awesome. It's so funny and amusing, especially if you play this with friends for like the first time. It's so entertaining. You play as this goat, and you basically bounce around and do the most ridiculous stunts you could possibly imagine. You can play as other animals as well, as you can see here, and you just go flying around, and you can like stick your tongue onto things, and there's all sorts of crazy obstacles and objectives to complete. It's more of like a sandbox type game. There's no real point to it, but it's very entertaining. And there's a lot of like DLC maps and stuff, and there's a bunch of different characters you can unlock. And then Hacknet, I don't really know a whole lot about Hacknet. It says it's a terminal-based hacking simulator. There's quite a few hacking games on Steam. I don't know anything about hacking or about coding, if that matters. So this game doesn't seem to be that interesting to me, but if you're a fan of coding or hacking, this might be pretty enjoyable. And it has very positive reviews. All of these games have very positive, if not overwhelmingly positive reviews. So the second tier, Turmoil, I'm just going to talk about this one first because it's probably one of my favorites. This is a very, very addictive, like, oil drilling tycoon type game where you set up these like oil rigs and you mine for oil. and then you have to sell them either to the left or to the right, depending on the prices. And it really depends on how far away your little oil rig is to the store. So you want, it's sort of like a time management type game, but it's super fun, very enjoyable, and I highly recommend playing Turmoil. You can't really get a sense of what the game is until you play it, but let me tell you, it's super addicting and a lot of fun. The other games, Verdun, like I said, this is a World War I first-person multiplayer shooter. I think it's really fun. Some people don't like it because you do die in like one hit. So you die extremely easily, and you really have to look very far away to find where enemies are, and then like aim up your gun and your sights. It is kind of cheap in certain ways just because you die so freaking quickly, but it's pretty fun and it's pretty realistic as well. You're like in the trenches back in World War I. Bunch of old guns as well. So if you're a fan of like older style like Call of Duty games, you might enjoy Verdun. Sins of Solar Rebellion. This is a real-time strategy game, or I guess you might call it a grand strategy game. I'm not sure which one, but this is about like space battles, space war, developing a little army and diplomacy and so forth. I'm not a big fan of games like this, but I know a lot of you guys are. So if you're into like grand strategy or real-time strategy type games where you're building up a big fleet and taking over or going to war with other factions, you might enjoy Sins of Solar Rebellion. And then Death Road to Canada, I don't know too much about this one. It's a randomly generated road trip simulator. So it looks like there's a bunch of zombies and you're fighting hordes of zombies. It looks pretty interesting. Okay, so it's like sort of like a twin stick shooter arcade game. Zombie survival arcade game. It looks pretty enjoyable. It's probably something you would play just for fun, a little casual experience. So yeah, I might play that in the future on this channel. This seems pretty good. So yeah, that's the second tier. I think it's worth it for sure. All these games are like, I think they're all like $15 games. So for $5, or actually $4 if you don't include the first tier, definitely worthwhile. You're basically getting each game for $1 each. And some of them are definitely worth more than $1. And in the third tier, Dead by Daylight. I'm not sure how much I would enjoy this game, but I know a lot of people really do like it. Basically, I think it's like a 1 vs 4 or 1 vs 5. Yeah, it's a 4 vs 1 multiplayer horror game where one person plays as like the serial killer, and the other team like runs away and tries to escape or hide, I guess. But a lot of people really seem to enjoy Dead by Daylight. I've seen a lot of gameplay, a lot of streams, but I don't know if it's for me or not. Just like running away from the killer. It's very similar to that other game that came out recently with like Jason. But I think what you do as I could be mistaken, but I think what you do as the survivors is you go around like turning on generators, and then you have to like escape. Or I think if you last long enough, the daylight comes up, and then I think you win that way. And then if you're the killer, you just go around trying to kill everybody. But interesting game, to say the least. You also get $2 of Humble credit, which is pretty nice. You could spend that on the Humble store and purchase a large variety of other games. So yeah, I'm going to stop rambling about this bundle. Great bundle overall. I think it's super good, filled with a bunch of different variety for different people who have different tastes. So if you guys want to pick it up, there'll be a link in the description below. Remember, again, you can choose to support this channel if you like by changing these sliders before you purchase the bundle. And yeah, I guess last but not least, I'll say make sure you guys pick up the $1 tier. If you have just $1 laying around, it's worth it. Goat Simulator is awesome. And the second tier is really good as well. I would definitely recommend the first 2 tiers, and the third tier only if you want Dead by Daylight. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day.